Curators.
Good evening YouTube, this is J5276 and this is at long last another episode of the Curators of Hardcore, where I review and go through the history and so forth of some classic records in my collection of the hardcore persuasion. And I have dug out, as you can see, Social Parasite #1 by DJ Dolphin and DJ Tox. This is a record that was very big in the UK, big on the dance floor at North and other events around the UK. I suppose this would have been at Steam as well, which was a club in Rill that sort of predated North. And basically it's the main track is a remix of Dolphin, Tox and Dare's Yeah Muthafucka which was on Hardcore Mafia. And then on the B-side is Ascenda Savernum, which is an original track. Social Parasite's a Curators sort of label. It's not one of the most... I don't know, it's one of the most well-known, because it wasn't run by someone who's also a DJ. You had Death Chant, which was Hellfish. You had Rebel Scum, which is the producer. You have Area 51, which is Clarkey. You have Redhead Records, which was Loft Groover, and so on and so forth. Social Parasite, as far as I can tell, was run by a chap who I think lived in the southwest of the UK by the name of Lee Clark. Cheeky Charas was the sort of distribution company that was around it. They had an online shop. I bought a whole bunch of stuff off them from there. Social Parasite had 10 releases, which I'll go through later. There was also some other labels like Leech, which was a sort of more doomcore label. There was a label called Bitch, which had 1 release from Traffic. There was Urban Assassins, which was a DJ Tool label. That had 3 releases, I think, and then it sort of, after 10 releases on Social Parasite, it disappeared out of existence. I think I recall hearing something in the past about people not getting paid. I mean, this is a common theme when it comes to talking about hardcore, but I don't know, to be honest. It's a bit of a mystery. I'm sure sort of people know out there, but the guy who run this label never seems to have resurfaced, as far as I can tell. But and this record is one of those ones that was, to say, big in the UK. And there wasn't a lot of connection in 1999 when it came out between the UK and Europe. People like Producer and Simon Underground weren't playing in Europe as much, if at all, as they are now. So this one probably rose in price later on, whether the Europeans got to hear about it through the likes of Discogs and stuff like that, as Greg Dolphin became more well known as well. So as I say, the A-side track is a sort of more smoothed out version of the track that was on Hardcore Mafia. There's less of the rap samples. I think that the rap sample only comes in about 3/4 of the way through, and it's not the whole sample, so it's very much an early Death Chant vibe to it. There's more of the melodic elements. It brings to mind things like the early Hellfish stuff, like Destined for Destruction. It's not quite as distorted as that, but it's sort of a more smoothed out thing than sort of the Rotterdam Gabber stuff. Ascenda Savernum was a huge tune, very melodic. Has what I think is the melody from the old O2 adverts, if you're from the UK, the ones that would have Sean Bean on the voiceover, lots of bubbles and stuff. I'm sure it's that melody, and I'll put a link to the tune on YouTube, and you can find the advert as well, and I'm sure it's the same melody. It's got that If You're a Jealous Motherfucker, etc, sample that's been used in a few tunes, most noticeably Buzz Fuzzy's tune, Jealousy is a Motherfucker, as well. So they're both belting tunes. I mean, they go on for a good chunk longer than your average hardcore tune, which clocks in at about 4 minutes. These are, the Muthafucka remix is 6. The Ascenda Savernum is 7.5 minutes. So it was a big tune. I think you can draw sort of parallels with the Ascenda Savernum to the Lenny D tune, Forgotten Moments. There's a bit of that in there as well, and a bit of the death chant influence in there. Mixed fortunes for the two producers involved. I mean, if you know your hardcore, especially from the UK, you'll know of Greg Dolphin. He did some subsequent stuff on. Well, he did a Death Chant release before. He did some stuff with Techno on Ninja Columbo. Did some stuff on Rebel Scum. He's had more recent releases on Pacemaker. He's got his own label, Complex Communications, which I think is allied with Audio Sickness. He's put stuff up on Autopsy's label, Audio Damage. DJ Tox did a joint release on the Urban Assassins, the DJ Tools label, and then disappeared, as far as I can tell. I think he's Welsh. That's all I can tell you about him. This was made at Third Planet Studios, which Third Planet was the record shop in Rill, I think, and the people there ran the event Steam, which was basically sort of a North before North. So I think there's a sort of a North Wales connection there, but as I say, the guy disappeared off the face of the earth as far as I can tell. I'm sure he's around somewhere doing something. He probably works in IT or something, which is usually what happens with these things. So a little about the label it's on, Social Parasite. This is one of two records that's sort of quite valuable. There's this and Social Parasite 3, which is Diplomat and Trouble, Praise the Acid. That's the only one I don't have at the moment. The others aren't particularly difficult to get. There's Parasite number 2 is DJ Producer, Come On In. 3 is, as I say, Praise the Acid. 4 is a Traffic release. 5 is a very good release, the picture disc, Parasitical Tendencies. I would strongly recommend that just for the A1 track, the Renegade Drum Machine, the DJ Producer track. It's a great track. Number 6 is Hellfish as Technological Terror Crew. 7 is Matt Green. 8 is DJ Ty MT, however you pronounce it. 9 is DJ Producer, Last Man Standing, and 10 is Drox, which, you know, wasn't. I mean, it's Drox, isn't it? You know what his stuff's like. It's all right. It's always all right. So none of those except number 1 and 3 are particularly difficult to get hold of. Much as I'd like, Parasite 3 is one of the ones that's sort of high on my wants list. I got number 1 probably in a job lot of stuff. I can't remember for the life of me, but I'm looking at the prices here on Discogs going back 2 years or so, and basically the going rate is about 40 quid for a copy. The lowest it's ever sold for is £17, at 20 euros at the time, which was for a pretty beat up copy. VG Plus copies have gone at anything up to 60 quid. At time of writing, well, time of this video, there's 1 copy up for sale, and that is from a French. 1 copy up for sale on Discogs, and that is for £55 from a French buyer. Just to give you a sort of the demand for it is 277 have this and 174 want this, so that's a lot. So there was quite a lot of copies floating about, but everybody's holding on to them, I think. I've never seen this as sort of more than 1 copy for sale at a time. I don't know how long this French seller has had it up for. He's also a brand new seller and he's only selling 3 items. Okay, well, but yeah, he reckons he'll get 55 quid for that, which isn't that outlandish. So that's that. So that pretty much covers everything there. You would, as I say, you'd be lucky to pay less than 30 to 40 quid for a copy of this. You could get lucky and find an auction popping up on eBay, because you don't get the value for auctions on eBay that you used to. I don't know if that's Discogs driving away buyers and sellers from eBay, or just the general downturn in vinyl sort of demand and things like that. But this is a genuinely hard to get record, especially for going rate. So I'm pretty lucky to get this one. It's one I had my eye out for to sort of complete the Social Parasite collection I've got. I mean, all the others I got fairly easily. This I probably had to scrap for this in auctions once or twice in the past, but I think I got lucky and it was in a big job lot. So that's one to look out for, that you might not know about if you're from outside the UK. Nothing on Social Parasite has been repressed or re-released anywhere else as far as I know. There might be individual tracks that have come out, say from the producer ones he's put on other stuff. I'm not sure, I don't have that information to hand, but I'll put links to the 2 tracks on there. I'll try and find the O2 advert so you can compare the melody on there. There'll be a link to the label page. I'll put the other 3 labels as a link in there, so hopefully that'll been some use, and hopefully I can get my finger out and do these videos more often. I've got some records put to one side that I might check out. I've just recently done an audit of my record collection and gone through my collection listed on Discogs and found about 50 records I didn't realise I had, and about another 20 that I thought I had but I don't. I've still got to sort that out. So I have been putting to one side the stuff that might make a good Curators of Hardcore video. So hopefully you won't have to wait another 6 months for one of these to come out. Okay, that's all for today. I've been J5276 and this has been the Curators of Hardcore. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.